the beginning of the 2020 NBA season, there were 16 players with their own shoes. Brands like Jordan, Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour basically have the sneaker game on lock, but there are some other sneaker brands that do have some legitimate business in the sneaker space, and those can't be forgotten. New Balance has a shoe with Kawhi. Klay Thompson has a signature shoe with Anta, and Spencer Dinwiddie straight up made his own sneaker brand that I really don't know how to pronounce. Maybe the most unique sneaker brand is one that I haven't mentioned yet, and they've been looked down upon for quite a long time, and those are Shaq's. Besides guys like LeBron James and Michael Jordan, Shaq might be one of the most recognizable NBA players in the entire world. Being one of the greatest basketball players of all time, an NBA analyst, businessman, actor, doctor, police officer, DJ, and rapper, there's basically nothing that Shaq can't do. One of the greatest achievements of Shaq's career is through his shoe brand. Shaq partnered with Reebok for his first signature shoe, the Shaq Attack, which were released in 1992. Now, this was a pretty impressive feat on its own. Being a rookie big man in the NBA and getting your own shoe is something I don't think was ever done before or has been done since. How many big men have even ever got their own signature shoe in the NBA before? The only one I can think of as of late is Joel Embiid, and I guess Hakeem Olajuwon had his own shoe as well. Big men aren't known for having the star power and fame like smaller guys are, but Shaq is just different. Shaq was 6'6" at 13 years old, and by the time he was 16, he was 6'10". As a 6'10" junior in high school, he was pretty unstoppable, leading his team to a 68-1 record in his final 2 seasons of high school. And with that record, he led his team to a state championship in his senior year. Now, I know people talk about LeBron or Zion in high school being a force to be reckoned with, but imagine facing Shaq. By the time he graduated, some sources say he was 7'1" and over 250 pounds, wearing a size 22 shoe. And he was pretty athletic at that age, so that'd be a pretty scary matchup for your average high schooler. Looking at his college career, Shaq went to LSU and was nothing short of amazing. He won National Player of the Year in 1991. He's in the LSU Hall of Fame, and he even has a 900-pound statue in front of the LSU basketball practice facility. Being picked number 1 in the 1992 NBA draft, and basically already being a legend through his high school and college career, that might be the reason why Shaq got a signature shoe deal in his rookie year. And he really didn't disappoint. He was named NBA Player of the Week his first week in the NBA. He also was Rookie of the Year and the first rookie since Michael Jordan to be named an All-Star starter, and I don't think that's ever happened since except with Kobe. His rookie stat line was about 23 points, 14 rebounds, and 3.5 blocks, which may be the best rookie stat line ever. So as we can see what Shaq did in his rookie season, it looks like Reebok made quite an amazing move giving Shaq a signature shoe deal in his rookie season. In the 1980s and 90s, basketball shoes were becoming more and more sought after by kids, adults, basketball players, and anyone who wanted some cool looking shoes. The sneaker industry at the time was worth billions of dollars, and Reebok gave Shaq a 5-year, $15 million endorsement deal for him to make his own signature shoes, and since his basketball contract was worth $17 million over 4 years, this was not bad at all. The Shaq Attacks had 4 different versions between 1992 and 1995, and the Shaq Attacks 4 even re-released in 2013. Now, although Shaq had a signature shoe deal with Reebok, he still wanted to create his own brand aside from it. A shoe that people could use as a basketball shoe or one for their everyday lives. A shoe that was affordable to everyone. You see, even with the variety of basketball shoes in the NBA, they were all pretty expensive. It's pretty hard to find a basketball shoe under $100, and with many shoes being $200 or $300, it's quite out of reach for many people. The federal minimum wage in the United States is $7.25 an hour, which means if you wanted to buy a basketball shoe that costs like $120, then that's going to take you 2 full work days. Shaq saw this as a major problem, so he wanted to fix it. He explained the interaction which really stuck with him and made him want to make cheap shoes. He stated, "A lady cursed me out one day at the arena. I reached in my pocket to give her $1,000 and she smacked it out of my hand. She said, 'Why doesn't anyone try to make affordable shoes?' After that, Shaq was on the quest to create an affordable basketball shoe, and he did just that in 2004 when he partnered with Payless Shoe Source. At the time, Shaq was playing for the LA Lakers and was a 3-time NBA champion, 3-time NBA Finals MVP, 1-time regular season MVP, and he had tons of other accolades already. So this was no small time operation for a random player. If you've never seen a pair of Shaqs, this is a pair of them. They have the Shaq Dunkman logo and look extremely similar to that hilarious dunk he did on Chris Dudley of the New York Knicks back in the day. The Dunkman logo on his shoes is also very similar to the statue he has outside the Staples Center in Los Angeles. With his shoe brand, Shaq achieved his goal of making cheap shoes for kids, with many shoes being only $15 or $30. So parents didn't have to feel bad if they didn't have the money to buy basketball shoes that were $100 or $200. Although Shaq has done a pretty good deed with his basketball shoe line, there's also been some controversy, such as how they look very similar to Jordans. I mean, yeah, they look very similar, and it was meant to be that way. Shaq said when questioned about it, kids don't want to wear sneakers that cost $30 because they look like sneakers that cost $30. I told my guys, don't embarrass a kid when he goes to school, make it look as close to the $100 shoe as possible. So Shaq purposefully made basketball shoes that resemble Jordan in order to make kids feel better about the kicks they have on their feet. Now, there are critics of Shaq for basically making replica Jordans. Some say that he should make his own shoe brand more unique, but Shaq really doesn't care about the haters. In 2016, Shaq posted on his Instagram, "Laugh all you want, the Shaq brand has sold over 120 million pairs of affordable shoes for kids at Walmart." And that's pretty true. Whatever people say about Shaq's, he did a great service to many people. Whether it's a family that doesn't have lots of money to spend on shoes, or someone that just doesn't care about having the name brands and wants to save some money. Providing shoes at sometimes a tenth of the price of many other basketball shoe brands, I'm sure Shaq has made many kids and families happy along the way.